happening, everybody? We're here in the Redwoods at a special course called the Redwood Curtain. Come along for me for some action up here in these woods. It is maybe the most technical course that you can play on the planet. I've never played a more technical course. The holes are very tight, very wooded, and there's about 1.5 lines. Like usually there's like a somewhat of an available line and then somewhat of a risky shot. And you can either play either one on every hole, and we'll try and do our best. Going up this hill, 250 feet, go back to it. Felt pretty good. Like that might be the play up here. Try it back here. Oh yeah, we got up there. It's a miracle. I got close. Let's go. All right, this is one of the trickiest, hardest, craziest, wackiest courses you can play in the world of disc golf. I think it's a wet, sloppy mess most of the time. Holes are really confusing. The course is confusing. Hard to find your disc after you throw it. Almost impossible to find the first hole of the course. Someone needs to show you where to go to park. Probably gonna get a parking ticket if you come out here. Yeah, just do yourself a favor. Maybe go play the pump station instead, and you'll have a way better time. And we'll try and get that on film today too. So let's go have a good double winter day. And I'm already lost in these bushes. Great. All right, we got it. We found our first, but our second Briar start is under the basket. Check it out, under the basket, hole 1. Couldn't be happier with this shot. All right. Disc gods are on my side right now because I usually get like one birdie out here when I come play this course. It's usually like one birdie, 18 holes. Please let me go home. Okay, now we're going. So there's hole 1. You climb on top of this stump, which I had no idea the first time I was playing how to get to the tee pad of 2, but because I didn't think this was ever a thing you would ever do. But you go on top of this stump and there's nowhere to stand. You just stand in some old dead wood and you throw downhill to this basket down there. Yeah, can you believe it? That's what we're doing. All right, we're standing up here in this sawdust. Hit a tree though. Oh my goodness. All right, we survived the tee shot of 2. Unbelievable. We survived the tee shot. And I almost got an ace. Almost got an ace. We threw right down here, just kind of bent one to the left of the tree and had it flex and get almost in the basket. My first shot hit an early tree. My second shot landed under the pin and it like hit this tree, I think, and ricocheted and almost went in. Oh, I thought that would have been a sweet thing. Get an ace out here. But yeah, had a couple of early misses on my first shots, which is normal out here. The hitting the right line is tricky. Doubles would actually be really fun out here now that I think about it. Doubles would be a great probably experience. Playing singles is a nightmare. We're going to now hole 5. Hole 3, you go up here from back here, right by hole 2. Or actually you come up here to this pad is right up here, and then you throw over this gully and you go to a pin that's up and tucked behind some stuff, and then you do a similar play on hole 4. I think you come, maybe, no, you just keep going up. So we go up and then up, but both holes are out of play right now according to a sign on hole 1. But if you look around, we are in the thick of it. We are in the thickest forest imaginable, which is why this course is so difficult. Most technical course I've ever played in my life. It looks like 4, you might come down here then to go down to the pad for 4. Let's see if we can find the pad for 4. Don't remember exactly all the holes. They're fun though. They're fun holes. Yeah, it looks like 4's tee pad is like right here. And you come up this way. Yeah, this is definitely 4. This is an old growth redwood forest. It was logged, now has some new growth in it. Lots of ferns, lots of redwoods. 4, it's like right up there, the hole usually. Now we gotta find 5. If I remember correctly, 5 might be the hardest hole out here. I give this course like a 2.5 stars out of 5. It's absurdly silly. This says 3 on it. What does that even mean? Oh, there's our hole. Okay. Here's a pad too. We found a pad and a hole. Oh, I'm doing great right now. I'm not. Can't get a shot off. There it is. Love that. I threw a premier shot just now. Put it under the basket. So from back there, you can chip up around the backside. So I was back here for my chip up shot. Shout out Olympic level curling team. Watching the Olympic curling today was pretty epic. And yesterday, hole 6. All right, we have a wooden sign with an arrow. Thank you, wooden sign. And now we're here, hole 6. Basket straight up here again. Impossibly technical shot. Perched on the side of a hill. So if we get through that gap and go a little bit right, we should be close enough to make a putt for literally gives me the biggest headache ever. Every shot feels absurd. Every hole feels too technical for words. I'm gonna play Cali, so that means I get an extra shot once a hole. All right, that's gonna make this a lot better for everyone, because I really struggle to figure out some of these holes, to break them down and make them make sense, because they literally don't make any sense to me. Like, why would you put that hole on that hillside? It literally is on the edge of a ravine. Why wouldn't you just make it a little longer and put it up here by this log or something? All right, hole 6 in the books. So hole 6 is the last one that takes you up this way. Hole 7, we start to go down back towards hole 1. This hole is pretty sweet. I'm looking for the pad. The pad is MIA. We're going to that hole right down in there. Hole 6, awful hole. Just skip that one if you want to play, like, just don't play to the pin. I don't know what you're gonna do there. Just skip it. Go over here to hole 7. This one's a dope shot, dope, fun, awesome one. Look, this is a bike jump. I just found a massive bike jump. That looks pretty sick. Come out here. Let me hit these bike jumps. In Cali, so this is gonna be a little more fun. Instead of just trying to take my first shot. Super annoying. That gives me a couple of chances at each hole. Stuck in the bush. Down and to the left is the basket. Test my ability to shape shots to the limit, to pick out the right disc to the limit, to have patience to the limit. Test me to the limit, this course does. Let's go. That was a good shot. Let's go. Finally, I had a good tee shot. First time I had a good tee shot and went where I aimed it. Let's go. I do like this hole because you have a decent fairway to attack. And if you can attack the fairway, you can get somewhere. Like I got here on my second shot, which is good. All right, solid hole. Things are looking up now. We're getting things moving. Playing some good disc golf and starting to have some fun. That's what's up. Let's go. That was 9. We have one more hole, and then we go to the back 11. I think the next hole is down yonder. Hole is usually down here. Right here in this opening for hole 10. Don't see the hole. Maybe they took it out because of the risk of people running on this trail and just flying into them. Usually hole 10 sits right here. Don't see it. Looks like there's no hole 10 anymore. I didn't see it at first, but it also says hole 10 on this sign at the start of the course. It says hole 3, 4, and 10 are closed. And we're going over to hole 11, which is, I believe, across water. I do like some of the holes though. Some of the holes are really fun. I like 1. I like 5. I like 8. Yeah, 1, 5, and 8 are good. That's like 180. 180 downhill over water. I'm gonna go zone forehand. That worked really good. Zone forehand. Ready to go. Inches away from an ace on hole 11. Darn it. I got a nasty death putt right now. All right, we came from down here and we walked up this trail, up into this kind of like open spot up here in these big redwoods. Holy trees. Wow, these are some crazy trees. Now we got some fun holes up here in these trees. Gotta remember which one is which. It says 16, what the heck? Did some crisscrossing. There's some holes that crisscross through here, so look at the UDisc map and you'll be able to figure it out. Big backhand hyzer or forehand kind of glidey thing. It's okay. Try the backhand. Make a big putt. Do it. Dang it. Dang it. I almost got that one. Trying again. There it is. Let's go. Set. Sweet. As I dropped that one in like a boss to the birdie from a big from deep. Okay, let's see, what hole is this? I gotta find my other driver too. Oh yay, we're on the right hole. Alright, hole 13. Out here in the most technical course of all of disc golf. We gotta go through this tiny gap and just set it on the other side, and hopefully it'll be good if it's through that gap. Come on, what's that? Try a forehand. We're trying to flip a forehand right through that. Yeah. Let's go. All right, the second one got pretty close to the tee. It needed to fly a little straighter and we'd be under the bucket. So that's exciting to get a look for the birdie. Playing Cali, so I get 2 on one of the shots. And this one has a birdie potential if you get through that gap, but you still have to push deep into these trees. And yeah, if you can make crazy putts out here, sometimes you can find birdies. Alright, I got a big Anheuser or tight little hyzer. What a rad hole. Awesome. That was fun. Hole 13. Check. Got the par. Wow. Tough hole. Really, really technical. Probably one of the more technical holes out here is hole 13. I just got the par on it, so pretty happy with that. Now where do we go? Now where do we go? 13. Going over that tree and just on the other side and clearing is the basket from what I remember. All right, that should be good. There we are, there we are. Oh my gosh, if you thought the last hole was bad where there was a fairway and a pad in the middle of it, we're literally going over the pad of 12 to get to the basket of 15. So it looks like it's kind of like a straight at it line. You have about a 3-foot wide gap in front of the basket, and that's it. Okay, we're right in the gap. Sat down. Throw a couple putts from there, maybe make it happen. Well, this is a bit silly. You're throwing over the top of another tee pad. I recommend if you ever get a chance to design or install a course, do not throw over another hole. If they're trying to put in extra holes, just add a hole that you play in a tournament temporarily. You don't need to add extra holes that fly over other holes, because then it just doesn't flow. Hole 15, we got a putt. Do it. Okay, this is actually a great hole. And it's right there on the other side of that big dead stump. In the hole. Let's go. I really like this hole. In my opinion, hole 15 should just be pulled because we literally walked over another hole. Then we walked back down the fairway of 16 to play 16. So you could just take that hole out and then you'd walk 40 more feet to the pad of 16. You wouldn't be throwing over another hole. You're gonna be walking down the fairway of the next hole and the course would flow a lot better. Even if it's 17 holes, who cares? It plays a lot better. Let's go. Second park job of the round. Heck yes. All right. I think that's my third birdie today out here. Making it happen. Yeah, I usually come out here and get 1 or 2 birdies, maybe 3. This course is really tough. Oh my gosh. All right, now we gotta find the next hole. 17, you guys. If I remember correctly, this one's also really great. Yes, I love this hole. Awesome. See, look at this. This is how a course should be. This is how a course should be put together. You play that hole, you move off the fairway, completely out of the range of the danger zone of another disc golfer. 50 feet away, you're on the pad for 17. And now we're playing a fabulous hole. Easy movement from one hole to another. Great position for the next pad. You're not crisscrossing fairways. Finally, they figured it out after 17 holes. It took them 17 holes to figure out it. Putter, because it's kind of gonna need to slow down before the basket. The basket sits at the edge of the hill, and the hill is like a 50 feet drop off straight down. I missed the ace by an inch and it flew over the basket, but I think I hit a tree right behind the basket, which might have kept me on the top of the hill. There is a couple of trees that you can hit and stay safe. But if I didn't hit one of those, I'm 100 feet past the basket at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, we need more flex. You need to throw that with a little more flex and that would have been the right shot. Pig forehand on this, you guys. I was going to be underneath the basket with the backhand, but it just somehow lifted. The nose lifted a little bit and it just went pew over the edge. Dang it. Look at this wonderful green. Right over here somewhere. Sorry, they're off the leash.
That's okay. They're usually pretty friendly.
Well, that was unfortunate. I was at the bottom of the hill by putters. One of them was halfway up the hill. The other one was 100 feet below the basket at the bottom. Sucky to climb up and down that hill. Whew. This hole is so fun though. You just have to place it before the hill. Whew. It's like a vertical drop though back there. Vertical 100-foot drop off right here. Oh my gosh. Hole 18 coming up, gonna throw a Swedish putt. Where's the pad? I don't know, gonna find it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Somewhere over here is a pad for 18. I remember this one was also tricky to find. Sweet, so I kind of came back towards the pad of 17, come down this ravine right here, and I found the pad of 18. And this is such an amazing hole. Probably the best hole on the whole course. We're going straight out over this ravine that we just kind of are walking into, and it's over everything on a flat spot, 250 feet down yonder, or 304 feet or 320 feet, depending on the location. That was great. I'll put it over there about 15 feet away. Just had one of my best throws of the round. Hole 18, love to see it, love to see it. Whew. Just came down there and then came up to here, and Frisbee's 15 feet away. Awesome. Woo, we got a birdie. 4th birdie of the day. I think that's 4 birdies on a insanely difficult, tough, complicated course that really can bite you if you're not pimping some dope lines that put you exactly where you need to be to have a look for a putt. But I had some good long putts and made some sick birdies happen today, this afternoon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace, love, like, comment, subscribe, disc golf.